So we did interior systems last week. Now we're gonna get into stairs. So I kind of drew this up for you guys just so you can kind of see. I'll do one on the board. We'll get out into the shop. Some of you guys, if you're not working on the walls, we can work on this as well. So your stairs. So you have to start with something. So we need to start with your total rise. You gotta figure out how high it's gonna be at, right? So our total rise, this one I drew up here, 54 inches. All right, not real high. You know what I mean? 54 inches, probably about, close to your heart or so. I mean, it's about a deck about this high. So 54 inches. Typically, you want to be between 7 and 8 inches. So pick one of the numbers there on that. So I picked 7 on that. So we took 7 divided by 50, or 54 divided by 7. We come out to 7.71. All right. So that would be, there were 7 steps, and each one of them's 7.71. All right. So if we took 54 and divided by 7, can we take 7 and basically 7 3/4 steps? We can't take a 3/4 step, right? You don't want to have a 3/4 step, so you want to have a whole number for that. So let's take 54 and divide it by 8. We come out to 6.75. Is that going to be okay? Yeah, no, maybe? Might be too small? Well, if we go to 7, it comes out to 7.75, 8's at this, so we can kind of go back and forth. So what we need to figure out, what do we want? Do we want a 54-inch step at 7 inches? It comes out to 7.14. Let me erase this stuff. All right, which one do you think we'd like? The max you can have now is what? You guys remember what I said yesterday? 7 3/4. So 7 3/4 now, interior steps is the max. So we definitely don't want any bigger than that. Is that number bigger than that? 0.75 would be, right? So that's pretty close though. When we're talking about steps, we're talking about something that's, especially when it comes to something that's only this tall. If you had if you're going up 10 feet, 15 feet, all right, that the difference between 0.75 and 7.1, 0.04 is not going to make much difference, right? So this is pretty close to 7 steps at 7 3/4. Agree? All right. So let's go with that one. So that means we're going to have 7 at 7 3/4 of an inch. So if we have 7 rises, right? That means we're going to have 6 treads. So that's where we're going to put our feet, at 6 spots. Because this last one, so if we draw the steps coming up here, so you come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That last 7th step is up onto the deck itself. Okay. So if it comes out and you're all of a sudden you bring your stringer over to your stairs, and all of a sudden it ends up flush with your deck, you need to subtract 1. All right. So you got to count, when you count that last one up onto your deck, because this turns into a big nightmare because you have railing on here, and all of a sudden your railing then would be out here another 10 inches, 11 inches, whatever your tread is. So it turns into a big nightmare when setting up your railing. So here we have it coming up here. So that means we have 6, and we have 6 of them at. So here, look, there should be a detail for this. Treads are 2x12s with 1 inch overhang. All right, how big is a 2x12?
1.
How wide is it? 11 1/4. All right, so the 2x12 is 11 1/4, 1 inch overhang. That means you're gonna have 10 1/4. Okay, everybody follow me on that? So this is all we got on this. Let's close these up. So now we'll lay this out. Hopefully I drew my little whiteboard or my stringer there, so it's gonna be long enough. So I'm gonna mark this at what number? 6 3/4, or 7 3/4 rather. and 10 1/4. And we'll do it. So I start very corner here, 7 3/4 up, 10 1/4. That's one. How many times we got to do this? 7. That's 2. We're gonna have to add to our whiteboard here. 3. 4. I think that's gonna be enough. Hope so.
Yes.
4,
You only need
5,
6.
6. Oh, you're right. Well, let's see. There's 5. There's 6. So this end one here, we don't have enough room quite for, right? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Extend it one more time. So this last one here, square it around. What's our rise there? We had 7 3/4.
Yeah.
So square, square, and square. Here we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one would have been